Hey everyone, I hope you're well. I'm back with you today for a new video on Forza Horizon 5. A video where we're going to do a little ranking. A little top 5 of the most powerful cars and vehicles in Forza Horizon 5. So a little disclaimer before we start this video. We're talking about power here, not performance. Powerful cars and games often underperform in terms of overall performance. In the end, we end up being slower than a car that's less powerful but has a better chassis. In this video, we're focusing on the power ratings of the cars we'll be discussing. And we're really going to talk about the most powerful cars in the game. That doesn't mean they're the best or fastest in Forza Horizon 5. I wanted to show the fifth one on this list first. In the end, the Rimac C2 you see here, which is an electric car we already had in Forza Horizon 4 back then, it came with an update, if I'm not mistaken, a free update. And like many cars from the free updates in Forza Horizon 4, it ended up in the base lineup of cars in Forza Horizon 5. The Rimac C2 in the game is not upgradable but comes with an impressive 1,914 horsepower by default. So the big problem with this car is that even with such high power, it's not that fast. At top speed, it exceeds 400 km/h. It goes from 0 to 100 in less than 2 seconds and from 0 to 300 in less than 10 seconds. The issue is that it's extremely heavy, weighing over 1,600 kilograms even with the upgrades. Without the upgrades, it's around 2 tons if I'm not mistaken. Moreover, the chassis is subpar, resulting in a car that performs poorly in corners when pushed to its limits. On the other hand, when it comes to power, we're talking about something really serious. With 1,914 horsepower four-wheel drive, and an electric motor for each wheel. So there you have it. This car is number 5 on this list. Now let's move on to number 4. First, let's do a quick acceleration test to showcase its capabilities. Here we go. Up to 300 kilometers per hour, no problem. And a little info about this car, it's electric, but it actually has 2 gears. Unlike many other electric cars that only have 1 gear, this one has 2. Basically, one is designed for acceleration and the other is designed more for top speed. Next, for number 4, we're going with a car that's a bit crazy. The BMW X5 Forza Edition, which is equipped with an engine that so far I haven't found anywhere else. Elsewhere in the game, I feel like it's a pretty unique swap. This engine, which I think is either a V12 or a special kind of racing V8, with, here you go, a displacement of 6.4 liters giving 1,940 horsepower. Moreover, we have a lightweight vehicle weighing only 1,330 kilograms. As you can imagine, although originally a BMW X5 sport utility vehicle, this vehicle has been transformed into a track toy. So let's say it's in one of the best vehicle categories in Forza Horizon 5. And it really has cheat-like stats, and it can have almost 10 in every stat depending on how you upgrade it. And it's really a vehicle with a lot of downforce. On top of that, it's a vehicle that's ideal for drag racing and perfect for doing zones. Speed, for hitting speed traps. It's really always very good. The car boasts impressive acceleration and a top speed of 440 km/h. It's truly a monstrous machine, but it's true that it's a little bit what the heck to have that in the game. Because, in this case, the Forza Edition makes a little bit of sense. Let's say we have a car that's basically sporty, like back in the days of Ford Horizon 4, the Lamborghini Forza Edition. Well, it makes less sense when it's based on a sport utility vehicle. It's more fun, it's a bit what the heck, but it's true that it doesn't really make much sense. On the other hand, 1,940 horsepower. This vehicle is among the most powerful and overpowered in the game. Next, we move on to a pretty special car, I think we can say that, the Hot Wheels Twin Mill, which you see here. A car we've had in Forza for quite a long time. It was already there back in the days of Forza Horizon 3. I think it was also present in Motorsport 7, also in Horizon 4, and so now also in Horizon 5. This car has 2 engines that, combined, produce 1,945 horsepower, so only 5 more horsepower than the vehicle we just tested before, the BMW 5 Forza Edition. But we still have more, and this car definitely deserved to be in this ranking, with 1,945 horsepower. However, there's a little thing to know in interior view. It's not very drivable since one of the 2 engines on the left is right in the middle of your field of vision. So it's not great, clearly, for seeing the road. And the second thing to know about this car is that the Hot Wheels Twin Mill you see here is one of the cars that was actually made in real life. There are Hot Wheels fans who, in partnership with the Hot Wheels brand, developed these real cars based on the Hot Wheels toys. The model of the twin mill is drivable, meaning the creator of the real car can drive it if they choose to do so. So, it's pretty crazy, and in the game, a lot of people brought it back. However, don't expect crazy handling. Even with 1,945 horsepower, we're only in S, 1,887. Maybe it's a car that's good at the top of S1, because we have power that's completely over the top. But besides that power, it may not have much else to offer. The design, first-person view driving, and performance aren't the main factors. Then we have this car, which is new in Forza Horizon, the Lotus Evira. So, I've already tested it on other games, in particular. If I'm not mistaken, I think on Project Cars 3. I believe it should be available there. We have a car with 2,000 horsepower. Just like that, we've reached the 1,000 horsepower mark with this fully electric vehicle. It's a shame for Lotus, whose philosophy was making cars that weren't especially powerful but were high-performing. Because they were light, because they had small, agile chassis. And year after year, Lotus really started moving more towards supercars rather than traditional sports cars. In 2020, we ultimately end up with a semi-accessible situation, which is an electric hypercar that makes okay and a half horsepower, but still weighs around 1,800 kilograms. We have almost twice, actually, the weight of the first Lotus Elise, which is this one, let's say. An old car that maybe wasn't very powerful, but in the end was probably almost as effective in corners, much more fun to drive, and I think more memorable. On the other hand, among electric cars, let's say, this one is still pretty stylish. Well, first of all, because more horsepower is always great, and because it has a design that's really, really cool, especially the rear, with the lights all around those big air intakes, which are really, really, really stylish. If I'm not mistaken, the air intakes you see at the back are actually the ones connected to the sides of the car. Performance-wise, it does 0 to 100 in 3 seconds slower than a Rimac. However, 0-300 in 9 seconds is faster than the Rimac. The C2 still, overall, has a chassis, let's be honest, that's more efficient than the Rimacs. It's a car that really grips the road. Conversely, it has a lower maximum speed, under 400 km/h in this instance. The same applies to the Lotus Evira, and second among the most powerful vehicles in Forza Horizon 5. Now, we're going to move on to number 1. The most powerful vehicle in Forza Horizon 5 is a truck, not a car. That's why I mentioned at the beginning of this video that there wouldn't be only cars, but a bit of everything. In the end, it's a list of the top 5 most powerful vehicles in Horizon 5. The Mercedes Tank Cool, in the Ford Edition, reached 2,633 horsepower. So, after that, it's very heavy. We agree, but with its 7,448 Newton-meters of torque, we still have some pretty crazy performance to say the least. We accelerate from 0 to 100 in about 3 seconds. The top speed isn't necessarily high, and Max has the big issue. The upgraded vehicle weighs nearly 5 tons, making it a heavy and cumbersome brick. Aerodynamically, it's low in front, high, and not designed for top speed. On the other hand, for off-roading in this game, it's pretty insane. And even for some drift zones, it can be quite worth it. It's always amusing to think that you're driving the game's most powerful vehicle, with over 2,500 horsepower. In summary, we have discussed cars with horsepower ranging from 1,900 to 2,600. Sadly, the only missing model is the Plymouth Fuzz Edition, which is only available in Horizon 5. It had a Sport 7 engine, which, with upgrades, produced around 2,300 horsepower. It was a monstrous drag car. The Sport 7 engine dominated nearly all drag races throughout its existence. It was the top-ranking one at that level. It's a shame we don't have it anymore. I would have liked, to have a combustion engine with more than 2,000 horsepower. Maybe one day it'll come back to the A-Class. Maybe it'll come back to Horizon 5. Maybe. A partnership with the Sarah. Let's say renewed, at least for now. Let's say maybe. Perhaps that will change in the upcoming weeks or months, with future updates. But right now, the 5 vehicles I showed you in this video are 99% sure the most powerful vehicles in the world. So there you go, we're coming to the end of this little video. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, I'll soon make a little ranking of the fastest cars in terms of top speed. A ranking of the top 5 cars in the game is also planned, but that will happen later. Really the best ones, the fastest you can get overall for circuit racing. Don't hesitate to subscribe if you haven't already. That way, you'll be notified of my upcoming videos on this topic. Feel free to leave a comment and like as well. Find me live on Twitch, link in the video description and top comment. Follow me there. If you have Amazon Prime, feel free to use your Twitch Prime on my Twitch channel. That will allow you to support me for free while enjoying lots of little bonuses on your end. Of course, on social media, especially on Twitter, if you want to send me private messages or keep up with my news, feel free to join me there. You can support my channel for free by using my instant gaming link under this video to buy your games and subscription cards. After Reddit, like console games, PC games, but also Xbox Live cards, Game Pass, PlayStation Network, that kind of thing.